Konnichiwa, guys, ghouls, and non-binary fools. It's me again, Chiaki AMF, your queen of chaos, and you found your way to the undead internet. For today, on this spookiest of days, assuming I did this right, we have something very special. A little take on a concept that I've seen people do themselves, and I want to throw my hat in the ring. You read the title. Scooby-Doo. It was my childhood, it was probably your childhood. Let's face it, this thing has been in the zeitgeist of basically every wannabe spooky bitch on the planet. So I just had to do my own take on the characters. Especially since recently with the whole Velma fiasco, they butchered the idea of doing a mature take on Scooby-Doo. And that needs to be corrected. A mature Scooby-Doo series can absolutely work. It just has to be an actual Scooby-Doo series. I've had the idea in my head for a while. A Scooby-Doo series that combines elements from everything that has come before it, recurring characters from those previous iterations, and changes the characters up in some minor ways to make them my own unique take. So, let's get right into it, shall we? Freddie Jones, the man with a van who's always got a plan. Once considered the most boring member of the gang, he has come up with his own little niche as the world's biggest himbo. And I would not trade that for the world. My take on the character would still be the lovable oaf who's got very specific skills that make him terrifying to any costume criminal, but at the same time, he's a bit more competent in that this time around, he's not just the leader, he is the director. My take on Mystery Inc. would be they're not your standard detective fare, they're a ghost hunting show. As in, the same thing they were doing in the beginning of the Zombie Island movie. They go around their home county of Crystal Cove, Louisiana, and try to prove the supernatural exists. Often just finding crazies in masks. I think the whole concept of them having a ghost hunting show gives a bit more purpose to their mystery solving, since in pretty much every iteration they're just sort of running into this shit pretty much by random. So I figured making them actively seek it out, it makes more sense. Freddie himself is the director and cameraman of the crew, and obviously, he's still Freddie Jones. I would think my version is having a steady relationship with Daphne around, so no drama on that end. Really, just take the best of Fred and try to put it into one version. Also, he gets his dad from Mystery Inc. back. You know the one. Next up is Daphne Blake, and I can already hear the keyboard warriors because yes, I made my version black. Moving on immediately. Daphne is the host of the show. She's the one who has the pretty face and the pretty voice. She basically gives the rundown to the audience. I figure my version tried for film school, but it didn't exactly work out. And now she's here. This once again harkens back to the Zombie Island version, since, obviously if it's a show, we need a host, and Daphne just feels like the best to slot into that role, especially as most series don't give her a designated role in the group. Some try to make her the fighter or the badass, but that's come off a little weird more recently. In addition to being the host, my version of Daphne would probably be the common sense member of the group. She is the medium in a group full of eccentrics, and because of that, she has to be the one to actually buckle down and make sure everything goes according to plan. I often see people portray Daphne as sort of being blacklisted from her wealthy family. I don't think I'd do this. I'd kind of go with the kind of the thing that was in the Velma and Daphne movie. Wow, that's a deep cut. And basically, she has a very supportive, borderline overprotective father who's basically bankrolling the show, but she wants to be more independent from that and make something with her own two hands. I think we can all relate to that. Also, because I made her dark skin and kept her red hair, I decided she's related to Luna from the Hex Girls. Velma Dinkley, my spirit animal, and one of the concepts I actually started with when trying to come up with my own take. Let's get one thing straight. Sarcastic, cynic, skeptic Velma has been run into the ground. It is pretty much the only take of her we get these days, and it's just... It was fine the first time in Mystery Incorporated, but every take, come on guys. My version freaking loves the supernatural. It's basically her autistic special interest. The reason she's a skeptic this time around is she wants to prove the supernatural exists through the scientific method. The right way, in her opinion. This girl knows every rumor, ghost story, urban legend, and what have you in her state. And she gets freaking livid when she thinks it's almost a supernatural thing, only to turn out to be someone in a mask. Naturally, this series would have a mixture of both, like Mystery Incorporated. A lot of them would be just people in masks, but every once in a while, they come across the real deal. And the first time it happens, she is going to scream like a schoolgirl. Velma is the researcher of her show. It was probably her idea, to be honest, given the fact she wants to seek out the supernatural and prove it exists. Though this career choice has kind of led her to have a bit of a schism with her twin sister Madeline Dinkley, you know, from the Magician movie, as both of them kind of make fun of each other for not having a real job, since Maddie is a magician. Ultimately, my version is just adorable, supernatural nut Velma. And last but not least, we have the duo that mascots the franchise, Shaggy and Scooby, who I had to put together because 1, they should never be separated in the first place, and 2, Scooby didn't need that drastic of a design change, so I just put him with Shaggy. Also, I don't know how to draw dogs that good, so I figured I'd just put them together anyway. Shaggy is the show's roadie, so to speak. He helps basically with anything any of the others need, be it camera work with Fred, just moving things in general. He's also the only member of the gang that actually knows how to cook, so yeah, they kinda need him. And of course, more often than not, he winds up live bait. Then there's Scooby. Scooby may or may not be an eldritch being in the shape of a dog that just really took a liking to Shaggy and so sticks around. We're not confirming or denying his eldritch status. It's just something to consider. Regardless, these two are thick as thieves and quite literally nothing can pull them apart. There will be no... You know that one clip.
Stop it, Shaggy. I'm not stupid. Are you cheating on me?
I would keep Shaggy's status as an accidental ladies' man, but he's not going to have anything with Velma this time around. Something with her sister, but not Velma herself. These two were probably the most simple to figure out, both design-wise and the whole rules in the story. They are the heart and soul of the team, and they don't need to change that much. You could really put them in any situation and they'll bounce back. And there you have it, my take on the Scooby-Doo gang. This was a fun little project to do for Halloween, and I hope you enjoyed. Special thank you to my vampire tier patrons, Tadaka and Prosecutors Ekrom. You guys are the reason I can keep doing what I do. And to all my other patrons. If you enjoyed this video, check out my Patreon for one, and I take commissions. If either of those are of interest to you, link in the description. For now, I hope you all enjoyed. Have a happy Halloween and a dark and stormy night. Peace!